I know I need to go ahead and do some therapy or some counseling or something, because the anger management piece, I don't need to have any strokes or anything like that. I need to be around for my kids and all that. But
So my question: are your anger issues with the situation, or your anger issues yourself? Like, do you feel like you need to go to counseling because you're angry about things that are you're doing, or is it things that people do that make you angry?
both.
Both.
How to handle it. I get pissed off at stuff at work and stuff all the time, but how I handle that and how I manage it is way different than how I have to manage stuff at home.
I got you.
I mean, when it's something at work, I can walk off a job site. I can take a drive. I can go to lunch. I can go and think about things and move on. But when you're in the midst of trying to cook dinner and you're in the middle of a heated discussion that another person doesn't want to wait until the kids are asleep to talk about, you can't go far. You can't just leave physically from the situation and all that. So how I handle that stuff has to change moving forward. I'm going to end up getting myself in trouble. There's just no getting around it.
Yeah, you know, have you been to counseling before?
I've done a little bit of counseling, but I was also in a men's group for like 3.5 years. Okay. So that kind of stuff we talked about all the time, whether it was how you pray and what you pray about, or just how you handle situations and thinking about being in the present. Like you guys have both talked about, like really observing what's going on and what's real, what's fictional, what are you making up, what's really happening, all that kind of stuff. And I've kind of gotten away from that. Yeah. So I know I'm accountable for some of what's going on. I'm not going to deny that. I'm not innocent, but I got to do the best I can for my kids.
You're right about that.
So, well, my question is, how do you feel about yourself, though? Like, where are you at? Because the anger and everything like that, it's like it seems like if you tie it back to its origins, it's something that is internal. Like, how are you actually feeling about yourself right now? Like, do you feel good?
Truth be told, you feel like I feel like a failure. I'm not going to try and project it. I feel like a failure because you go through that whole process of figuring out if you need to make that leap and get married and build a life with somebody and all that kind of stuff. And hindsight's always 20/20, right? You look back at all the red signs and all the things that you should have paid attention to, and yes, people change, but a lot of that stuff's still there 10 years ago, 12 years ago. You know what I mean? So a lot of those issues and stuff that we had personality-wise, I feel like if I would have paid attention to it more, maybe we wouldn't have been in this predicament. Maybe I would have handled things differently in the beginning. I don't know. There's so many different things we could have done differently besides just not being together in the beginning of the relationship, because that's the easy answer, right? I feel like a failure most of the time. I feel like I really screwed up. I feel like I really fell short. That I am falling short. And it's only worse because I've got 2 little ones that are looking at me like, why aren't you here every day anymore? It'd be different if they weren't around. I'd still feel like I failed, but it wouldn't feel as bad. I wouldn't have that kind of weight to it.
One of them things is if you can get it off your chest, it might make situations a lot more easier. It might make work easier when you have somebody to vent or talk to. So if me and Philip can be that for you, we're game. Just as long as you're okay with it being recorded. If you're not, we can turn the record off. We can still talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Or we can edit it out. Because I know there's I know there might be some stuff that I get talking about like prior relationships. I might say somebody's name and it might need to be pushed out.
Yeah.
Same here. Yeah. NS, what is it? NSFW or whatever? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, like blurred out, or like, I ain't trying to have to get no release, or I ain't trying to have to pay more, you know?
That goes without being said. I mean, incriminating evidence or that can get edited out. I'll hit a mute or something on there. It'll be all right.
Yeah.